Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we are playing our first V character. This is Valeera. She's got knives, she's an elf, she stabs people, and that's probably going to get caught by the YouTube algorithm if we're being honest, so hopefully this video doesn't get... Who am I kidding? These videos, they're HOTS videos. We know how popular they are. But I'm going to show you how to play this character a bit, a couple tricks that I've learned in Quick Match, because people are dumb, and hopefully we'll make some cool plays, because that's what Valeera is all about. She's very good at stomping games in Quick Match, but ultimately falls a little bit short in competitive games and games where you're playing against people with brains. So, here we go. Oh no, Kalthas. Are you going to be okay? I'm trying to do damage to the Vala. I don't think you're going to make it. Unless I come help right now. We can get in there, block a hook, get a stun. Perfect. Perfect. The peel is there. Valeera has CC. And let me tell you, it is really small. Unless you're using your silence. But let's talk about the build. I'll knock that out real quick for you because the abilities are going to take a long-ass time. Now, I take Vigor at 1, 4 is going to be Initiative, 7, ooh, he's dead. 7 is going to be Mutilate, 10 is going to be either ultimate works, they're both defensive. 13 will end up being whatever makes the most sense to counter what we're playing into. 16 is going to be Seal Fate, 20 will be Elusiveness, or it may be Enveloping Shadows, depending on what ultimate we take, if we end up taking that. But now that all that is out of the way, we can talk about Valeera's abilities, because she has in total 7. 8 if you count her ultimate. So, Valeera has 3 basic abilities that turn into 3 other basic abilities when she is stealthed. You stealth with Valeera by pressing your D key, and your D key is called Vanish. While you are stealth, you'll see the bar that comes up. It's called Deep Shadows, entering Deep Shadows. Once that bar is completed, any of Valeera's openers are going to teleport her behind the character that you cast them on. So let's talk about Vanish first. Vanish, again, this is the button that makes us completely invisible. You also gain movement speed while you're using Vanish, and then you're going to be completely unrevealable for the first, I think, 1.5 seconds of stealth. So even if you're being hit by a bunch of AoE stuff, you're good. Now the cooldown on it is 8 seconds, so it's not short, but it's also not very long. Definitely usable in team fights. You can push the button to go in and out of stealth, which is really helpful. Very, actually, just quite strong. So 20% move speed while you're stealth. We're almost mounted, we're just a little bit shy, but still, it is going to be very good for making you speedy, getting you around, and then ultimately teleporting you where you need to be. So, now that we've talked about Vanish, we can talk about the rest of Valeera's trait, which is her combo points. So combo points are going to build into one ability specifically, which is your baseline E, that's called Eviscerate, but ultimately, your, I dodged the hook only to watch White Mane die. I can only do so much for you, friend. My bad. But the combo points, the more that you get, the more that Valeera's Eviscerate is going to do damage-wise. So you get combo points by hitting people with abilities, meaning any of your openers, your Q, or your W. And your W is an AoE ability, so you could potentially get 3 combo points from hitting 1 W on 3 people. Then you're good. You eviscerate some tiny health character, and then you go on your way. This is me taking advantage of really dumb quick match players. So, these giants are in a position to 100% kill this bottom fort if left unattended. And because the average quick match brain is like, man, I gotta sit on a temple, or man, I gotta go fight for that temple, you take these giants, and you just take an entire building, because no one will ever respond to them. Everyone thinks that they are just the gift from the HOTS gods, and have to be on the objective at all times. So I'm doing the smart thing, soaking, my team got a couple shots on the top altar, and then the middle altar has been taken as well, so there's some damage happening, or that did happen to our mid fort. How much is left on this? It's done. So top fort's not going to die either, going to go down about as much, but here we are. The minions aren't even paying attention to the giants because they're outside of the range, and they're just going to go back to killing this building. Like, do you know how much time it took for them to do this? Vala finally showed up just in time to watch her building explode. So, if I really wanted to, I could go over there and probably fuck with her because the enemy team still has no fucking clue. Anyway, we need to talk about Valeera's abilities because there's so many of them. But we've talked about the Eviscerate, we've talked about Vanish. Let's talk about some openers. Openers for Valeera are your abilities when you are in stealth. And that is going to start with your Q, which is called, what is it? Ambush. Ambush is your Q. Ambush is going to do just damage, and is also going to reduce armor for the person that you Q. So, really, if you find a target that's 50%-ish health, you can open with an ambush on them, reduce the armor, and then blow them away with a quick Eviscerate that's fully comboed up. I mean, alright guys, I got us a free building as Valeera, so if you could just not die. And also not lose the building. Okay, well, maybe that's just too much to ask. It's 5 people on the enemy team in the top lane. So they're just going to trade out this top fort. And that's... is that an AFK May? Oh, no? No? Back to the abilities, though. So, you can see Ambush right there. 185 damage. And then the armor reduction is 10 for 5 seconds, which is still really good. Your W is called Cheap Shot. Cheap Shot is a stun. It only lasts for 0.75 seconds, I think. It also may be 0.5 seconds. Let's make sure. Let's see. 0.75 seconds, yeah. I know that for a while this stun was way too long and the dev team didn't like that it was long, so it's been nerfed down to this amount. But it also blinds the target that's been stunned. So when the target is stunned, they're going to be blinded for an even longer duration, and that is 2 full seconds of blindness. And if you do that to a Vala or an Imperious, they're going to have a really, really bad time. Cassia, probably not the worst. Okay, let's get on in there. Butcher has been gorged. 2-man avalanche, sending him right back, but there's no towers there, so can we get the kill? Taking out the Cassia. Thank God she was dumb enough to just stand there and fight us for so long. Is Brightwing going to die to the Pyroblast? Nailed it. Now, Valeera's third opener is going to be the Garrote. Garrote is your silence ability. It's a 2.5 second silence on a point-and-click ability that teleports Valeera towards whoever she's attacking. And on top of that silence, the ability is going to do damage over time. So it's going to do a dot, it's going to silence, it's going to suck for any characters who have huge need for mobility. They're going to die real quick. As long as your team follows up on a silence to kill that character, which is really important. You cannot dive with Valeera if your team is not already engaged in the combat. Being the engager with this character is really bad because everyone in the game hates Valeera if you're playing quick match and will instantly turn on you, kill you, and make you have a bad time. I know, trust me, it's rough. This is my favorite stealth character, so I've been on the receiving end of a lot of bad Valeera games because I'm getting impatient and... well, that looks like a really dead Cassia. Man, that stun hurts her so much. The Furnace Blast was good too because she didn't have any armor because she was standing fucking still, but good stuff, Butcher, way to go. Avalanching away a couple of perfectly killable targets, but that's fine, everything's fine. Now we can talk finally about the basic abilities in Valeera's kit. So her Q is called Sinister Strike. It is a dash that is going to stop if it hits a hero, and then when it hits a hero, it's going to do damage, but it's also going to reduce the cooldown of the ability. I think it's to 1 second, yes. So if you hit something, you drop the cooldown of your Q to 1 second, and then you can continue chasing who you're hitting with your Q. It's incredibly important for securing kills. It's really, really important for getting combo points, and it is super, super, super important for securing kills. So try your heart out not to miss this ability. I'm just fucking dead. Oh, I juked, and then I jived, and then we died. So, just, I mean, my team is all standing right there, watching me die, because it's fine. It's fine. I got a free fort, like, 2 seconds into the game, because that's just the caliber of player in the game, so that's fine. Pretty sure May's just dead, but the building can die, so let's get that, and then peace out. I don't know who's pinging retreat. I hope it's not me. I'm pretty sure it's not me, but... Oh, Kelthas. Oh, okay. Well, you will be missed, sir. Good luck in the Fire Realm, or the Shadowlands, or whatever the fuck. Wow, Lord. The camp has to be dealt with, and currently, thank God the Butcher finally showed up. Not going to be able to fight for that top temple. Anyway, I don't know... Okay. One of us needs to leave. One of us needs to get the fuck out of here. Looks like it's going to be me. So, we got to go try and fight whoever's on the bottom temple. Because I'm pretty sure there's multiple people here, right? Yes. Both Cassia and Brightwing's in the middle lane, so anybody that we try to go onto, it's going to be fine. Or we can just run at the Cassia again. He's going to be stunned. Brightwing's going to be stunned as well. I'm just keeping her away from the team fight. Looks like Whitemane is going to ult the Butcher back to life. We need to be able to stun Imperious so he can't do any auto attack damage, which is great. 0 damage to us while he was cheap shotted. Now the ultimates available for Valeera. Number 1, the dust smoke cloud? Smoke bomb. Smoke bomb puts a big AoE puddle of invisibility on the ground. So, oh my god, are we going to get away? Vala's dead. I don't think Cassia can do anything to nope, she definitely can't now. Missing the only ability to unstealth this, so we get the easy-ass blinding opener. Can we continue chasing her? Vanishes up in just a second. Her instant mount gets her away. Nothing we can do there. But that is how you show your balls to the Cassia as Valeera. You just gotta dodge a couple thin skill shots. But Smoke Bomb, what it does is it just puts a big smoke cloud on the ground, and then while you're in it, you're completely unrevealable as Valeera. It's really good because while you're in it, you get a pretty huge amount of armor. Let's see, 60 armor. 60 armor while you're inside the smoke cloud. So that kind of gives Valeera this, I wouldn't call it an engage, but it lets her be more aggressive in the backside of the team fight, because you can just kind of stand there, be invisible, and reduce 60% of all the enemy team's damage. Man, that Whitemane ult on the single point. I hate that ult, but that is what it was built for. That is 100% keeping us alive there. That was crazy good. Can we kill him? We could totally kill him. Whitemane is still healing the shit out of me. So the ultimate that we did take, the Cloak of Shadows, is going to give us 75 spell armor, and it is going to make us completely unstoppable when activated. So ultimately you hit the R button, you are unstoppable, and any damage coming at you from the spell side of things is going to be completely useless. Brightwing's going to get away, which is a little bit upsetting for me, but I don't know what I'm expecting, because I probably couldn't get that kill. Anyway, this is going to do the objective. The boss is already pushing. We need to go get the other temple, too, because we can easily get 2 here, but my team's still pushing with it. Even though it's dead, it is just basically dead. I mean, leave it. It's fine. Butcher going to the top side, thank God. We're okay. Everything's fine. We're just getting the easy temple shots. May down. I mean, we'll have to recover from that. I think everyone else is going to die too. Yeah, that's 3 people who overstayed very, very far. May, you can shut the fuck up because you shouldn't have been there to begin with. So I'm just going to stay put, wait for the enemy team to show up, see how many of them show up, and then run away if it's more than 1. Now the build, oh my god, we finally made it to talk about the build. The reason that I'm taking Vigor is because increasing Valeera's maximum energy to 120 means that we have more abilities more often, more combo points, more damage. The increased energy bar is very important for her, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. You can also take Subtlety if you prefer to play that way. Crippling Poison, also very good. I'm not sure if I love Block for Valeera, but maybe it's a tech talent that helps in certain games. Vigor is more energy, it's more damage for Valeera in the form of her abilities, which is ultimately what you want to do. Also, Valeera has energy. She doesn't have mana. I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably didn't, but you're welcome. We're talking about it now. Your 4 talent, the one that I like specifically, is Initiative. So Initiative is going to give all of your openers 15% move speed when you use them, and then when you hit someone with them, they're going to give you 2 combo points instead of 1. So that stun that we just dropped into Vala's loving open face is going to give us 2 combo points. So now we only have to hit 1 Sinister Strike, 1 Q, to get a full 3 combo points and a big, thick Eviscerate to slice people up. So it's real good. If we can blind him, we do indeed get the blind, so his auto attacks are going to be absolutely useless for healing him and killing the white mane. Fantastic stuff. Using those openers in the middle of battle is really, really important for playing this character. So if you're at all... buddy, you saw me coming. You still missed. If you're at all familiar with playing fighting games, you'll have probably a very good time with Valeera because she's very button heavy and you're very good at punishing a lot of mistakes from the enemy teams, either positioning or stuff. Valeera is very good at killing people who are not playing at maximum efficiency and not hiding behind the tank, which the enemy team is very bad at. This game specifically. Stitches is not doing a very good job tanking for them, so we're killing people left and right. Now, the 7 talent, also really important, is going to do 2 things. So it's going to make your Sinister Strike, your Q, harder to hit, but it's going to make it do lots more damage. Just insane amounts of burst damage. I was really expecting some sort of CC, and it just never happened, so maybe I didn't get polymorphed because of that Cloak of Shadows, but Brightwing's dead, so we'll never know. Now, right, but Mutilate, making your Q do more damage means you have a very consistent burst button for doing damage that's going to help you chase people down. It's still a movement ability, it's just a little bit shorter than it used to be, but it is a lot of damage, trust me. And then your 13, I've taken Blind specifically because I want to have an increased amount of blind time on Imperius, Vala, and Cassia. Really important that those guys don't auto-attack. 16, I've taken Seal Fate, which is really, really, really important for this build and for any build that's focused on doing burst and combo point damage. So Seal Fate is going to let you get additional combo points with your Q and additional damage when you hit characters who are CC'd. So I think it's stunned, rooted, and silenced characters. Oh, look at me. It's pretty easy to win games with this hero in quick match. I don't have any illusions about getting votes because everyone hates Valeera in quick match, so I'm not expected to be popular, I'm just expected to be the best. Anyway, the talents, again, Seal Fate, specifically, generate an additional combo point when used against silenced, rooted, or stunned enemy heroes. Now, this does kind of make Initiative a little bit redundant as it goes on into the earlier game outside of the movement speed, but ultimately it lets you, if you don't have an opener, if you can't set additional combo points up for yourself, your team can now do that for you. So if you're hitting, again, big CC, silenced, rooted, or stunned enemy heroes, you're going to get two combo points for every Q. So let's say an Arthas is rooting a target for you, and you Q them. Now you have 2 points. And then if you Q them again, you're ready for a full 3 Eviscerate. Or if you just hit him with a W, your Blade Flurry. I didn't even talk about that. That was the final ability in Valeera's kit. I always do this because there's so fucking many of them. But Blade Flurry, it's an AoE ability that's sad. It just does damage in an AoE and it costs a lot of energy, which is kind of shitty. But it's our only form of wave clear, and a lot of time you'll just push the W button so hard that you get a Blade Flurry instead of what you actually want. So, my nose itches. Oh my god. All right, we're fine. 20, I picked up Elusiveness. We're just going to get additional movement speed while stealthed. We're fully mounted movement speed at 20 when we take Elusiveness, so it's good. But you can also take the upgrade for Cloak of Shadows, which just gives you 2 Cloak of Shadows, 1 on your R button and 1 on your D button. Every time that you vanish, you get another cloak, so it's really also very good. But the 20 options for Valeera are... they're not damage. There used to be a damage talent at 20, which was insanely strong. I mean, you could delete people, but it doesn't exist anymore because the dev team was like, man, this isn't fun to play against, and we don't want to balance around that, and removed all the fun for the Valeera players, but that's okay. Everything's fine. We'll be back next week, though, to finish this off. Did I mention the build? It's Vigor, Initiative, Mutilate, Cloak of Shadows, Blind, Blind? Is it just called, it's just called Blind. Seal Fate, and Elusiveness at 20. So next week, we've got Vala coming up, which will be fun, because arrows. And then we're getting ever closer to the finale with Zul'jin. So anyway, stick around. I'll see you there. Peace out, dudes.